A thread by Carlos Osuida. Rally for President Trump in Beverly Hills. Beverly Hills. Link in the thread. Biggest peaceful Trump rally in Beverly Hills, California. Rodeo Drive will be closed on Halloween and on Election Day and November 4th. Why? To prevent leftist arson, looting, and violence. The city will go on tactical alert and hire 80 armed security contractors. If you watch the Trump rally videos, the store owners come out and watch the marches. Why? Because they know that conservatives aren't violent. Leftism and the Democrat ideology are now synonymous with every form of violence there is. The only fascists are the people accusing conservatives of fascism. That's because fascism itself is leftist. Centralized government, command economy, collectivism, social engineering, suppression of dissent, censorship, secret police, enforced conformity, lack of civil rights, obsession with race, anti-religion, strict societal control, arbitrary application of the law. Conservatism is individualism, freedom, federalization, least amount of governmental control, free market capitalism, free press, the rule of law, free speech, freedom of religion. Fascists are angry and humorless. Conservatives are happy and zany and friendly. Link in the thread. Why are Trump supporters so friendly? Your thoughts? We know that the polls in 2016 were wrong. The visible enthusiasm for Trump this time around is far greater than in 2016, but the polls have Biden 14 points ahead. In other words, Biden is outperforming Hillary by 350%. Is there any evidence of this? The press is gushing about the Democrat early voting, but they don't know for whom these people will be voting. It's not possible to find the percentage of registered Democrats who voted for Trump in 2016. Pew says that 5% of registered Democrats who voted for Trump. From pewresearch.org, an examination of the 2016 electorate based on validated voters. Now, a hell of a lot more people are voting in this election than in 2016. I think we can all agree that Trump is going to get more than 5% of the Democrats who voted. And he's going to get far more Republicans in raw numbers and as a percentage. He's going to do much better across the board than he did in 2016. But according to the polls, Biden is going to outperform Hillary by 350%. Again, is there any evidence of this? Two things to remember. One, from Cato.org poll, 62% of Americans say they have political views they're afraid to share. Who but Trump supporters would be afraid to share their political views? That means Trump gets at least 62% of the vote. And the second thing to remember, from thevillagereporter.com, Gallup, 56% of Americans say they are better off now than in 2016. In the middle of a pandemic, as well as economic and social turmoil, the mainstream press has said that those people are wrong and they aren't better off now. Kind of like Chelsea Handler telling Black Americans they aren't allowed to vote for Trump. When institutions are rotten to the core, they collapse. This is the last bonsai charge, so pollsters don't give a damn. It's all hands on deck. The Democrats, the press, the pundits, the social media are all lying like little kids to try and stop Trump. Biden is doing no more campaigning. The daily October surprises will increase in number and frequency. Most Biden voters have already voted. The Republicans have a massive reserve who will vote on election day. It'll be at least 75% of GOP voters. If I saw any evidence that Biden is ahead, I'd wonder if the country had decided to cut its own throat. But I see none. And that's why I'm not worried.